Hey there, guys. Money here. Update on our off-grid journey and what's in the future. What we're going to be doing in the future, and what we're actually doing now. So front's cleared up. Pulled the barbed wire out of the front, not the whole front, just the front where we've mowed. So we've got to take the whole fence down off. There's poles that are rotted, and the fence, there's barbed wire in the front. So I've got to roll that up and cut it out because it's all overgrown. So it's a big job. But first things first, I got to get this roof done, finished. Finally got a drill. A drill came from Tonga. The reverse on that drill, something's wrong there. It's not powerful enough. So I found a drill here in town in Eua, and it was about $180. It's electric wired drill, not a battery drill. So finally we got that. So I'm gonna start doing that. It's Saturday today, so not too sure if I'm gonna start today because I don't want to half finish it and rush it this afternoon. It's already 10 o'clock in the morning. Just dropped Nora off to the women's thing. They've got a harvest day today with their vegetables and whatnot. So Nora's keen to have a look at that. So that's why I've got the time to do the video now. So once we put that fence up, what's in for store? So we've got enough to fence 2 acres. We're thinking bite the bullet and fence the whole lot. Because what we want to think of doing is moving pigs in the property, with electric fence. And if we can do that, we can utilize the pigs to tear up pasture or land where we need to grow vegetables or whatnot. So we can just move them from here to there. And also we want to also do the chickens in a movable trailer. So we can have the chickens moving every second day or every week or whatever it is, depending on the weather, depending on how much they scratch up. We're thinking of doing the front lawn as vanilla and growing stuff in between, but as long as we can get the lawnmower through, maybe planting hopper as well in the front as well. Not too sure just yet what we're going to do there, but presumably we're going to do vanilla in the front, just so we can utilize that area, because we're mowing it just for looks. It does look brilliant, looks really nice, but we want to make sure that we're not just mowing it just for looks. We're going to get something out of it at the end. So fruit trees, vanilla, whatever, maybe hopper. That's the plantain banana, big thick one. They sell quite good over here as well, so never know, we might do that. We'll see how that goes. Definitely still going to grow cover. It's just put it in the ground, leave it, just cut around it. It's not you don't have to have it real clean, like, but as long as you just weed it here and there and whip a snipper around. Because what I've seen is the cover that I had in there, it's been 4 years actually, it grew quite well, whatever survived, and it was just overgrown with weeds, but it survived. So once it goes, it's pretty good in the sun once it gets a little bit bigger. So we might grow cover here and there, just as a backup for money in the future, whatever it is. Probably put a few sandalwood trees in here and there. There's long-term stuff, cover, sandalwood trees, all that kind of stuff. That's long-term. The sandalwood probably not in my lifetime, but in the next generation. Also, what else are we going to do? We'll probably put pine trees in the front. We're just going to put trees or something on the fence line. We need to make sure that we put something on the fence line. So if you guys have any ideas, just pop it up, and I'll have a look. Pardon me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah. So diving, I haven't had the chance to dive yet. It's going to be a bit hairy the first couple of goes, because it's been 4 years, I think, since I've been able to get in the water to have a dive, and my breath and depth and all that kind of stuff I've got to get used to. So, and the weather's the weather's beautiful right now, but the water's a bit rough, like the along the coral. Waves are quite big, and they're crashing, and the tide, you could see it's foaming up outside, and it wouldn't be too clear. So we're just waiting for a really good day so we can have a chance to shoot some fish, and see if I can in the first go or not. See how that goes. What else is there? Solar. The solar system, I've got 4 300 amp batteries, Australian made. They're gel batteries, quite heavy. So I'm happy with that system. I think I need a few more panels. I've got 8 panels coming, and I want to put a couple of more panels just for that system there, and then I'll use probably maybe 2 more panels on that one, and then use 6 panels for another system. So I've got 2 more batteries, 300 amp hour batteries, and for a smaller system I'll probably just use them for lights and maybe the water pump, and use the rest for the fridge and freezers and whatnot. So we'll see how we go with there. Because last night, not that we run out of power or anything, it got down to 47.6 volts. It's 48 volt system, but it was getting, I don't like it get low at all. I like to make sure that it is always topped up. It'll last a lot longer if it's always topped up all the time. And yeah, so I mean, I watch movies at night, watch YouTube videos that I've downloaded in Australia, so I could actually watch here all the farming stuff, the having chickens, pigs and whatnot, building a fence, all this kind of stuff I've done pre-downloaded in Australia, so I can watch over here and utilize those videos for education, for me to be able to utilize those on the property, or those ideas on the those videos on the property. Joe, what's his name? He's in America. Joe Saladin. Joe Saladin, I think. I follow quite a few of his videos, and a lot of other people have as well. And I think the idea of moving chickens on your property is from him. Awesome ideas. It works, so why change a system that already works, and just make it as simple as possible, cheap as possible. At the moment, the chickens are fenced in a cage, or not in a cage. They're fenced in a chicken house. It's quite big. There's around about 60 hens there, 2 roosters. But what's happening at the moment is there was like half the flock is older chickens, and there's a new flock that have come in and mixed in, so 50-50 kind of thing, younger ones and older ones. And so it's what I've learnt is it stresses them out, so I've had to move the laying boxes around, so I can put the perches on the back or the back of the shed, so that they feel comfortable when they have that backing on there, and put the roosts right there, and put a lot more roosts up, so they're not fighting for, I guess, for the best spots. They've got plenty. If they got plenty of spots, they're not going to fight for certain areas, and I guess you have all the the dominant ones in one area where they like, and then the rest can roost wherever they want. So it's a little bit stressful in there for them at the moment. That's what I've learnt. Because of the different ages, it's stressed them out a little bit. So they're not laying as they should be. I think the older hens are already 2 years old already now. They're laying from 2 to 5 eggs a day. That's it pretty much at the moment. So I've just changed it around yesterday, let them settle in. After that, then hopefully after a week or so they'll start laying. Make sure that I've got heaps of straw in there. It's just dead grass, dead tall grass. It's like straw, and put that in there to make sure that they're nice and comfortable. Everything's nice and healthy. It doesn't smell. And that's what Joe Saddlein, is it Saddlein? Correct me if I'm wrong. Putting that deep bedding, and just make sure you just keep putting those layers on there if you've got the chickens in there full time. And that's what I'm trying to do there, just to make sure that they've got enough bedding there so it doesn't create disease and whatnot. But I let them out every afternoon if I'm at home. And every day I make sure that I am there in the afternoons. If not, I'll feed them in the house before I leave. So around about 4 o'clock, I feed them in there. And if I'm going to let them out, I just crack a few coconuts outside, and they eat the coconuts, or what we call uto. I've got plenty of that. All the small coconut trees that already start growing. There's a membrane in that coconut, and that's the chickens love it. They just go for it. They just, I'll crack it open. They just can't get enough of the stuff. So they love that. So hopefully the chickens will work out. But once I get that built on the trailer, I've got the boat trailer. I'm going to build a shed there on top of that, and have roll-away eggs, nesting areas where on the back of the trailer or the side of the trailer is going to have roll-away eggs where they lay the eggs, and they'll come to the outside of the trailer, so I can just open a lid from the outside of the trailer and grab the eggs from there. So it's going to take a while for that to happen. I want to, because I'm utilizing the trailer at the moment for the tin's got on the trailer at the moment, and I'll take the old tin off the roof and probably utilize the tin there on that trailer for that little shed. Timber's quite expensive over here. $80 for 6 meters for a 4x2 is $80 in Tonga. You can get a little bit cheaper, but you got to find a bargain at the time. Over here, non-treated is $42 for a 4x2 6 meters. For a 6x2 is around about $62 or $64 or whatever it is. It's around about that for a 6 meter for 6x2 non-treated. I just serviced the vehicle yesterday. Everything went pretty good. Tidied up the front end of the vehicle because everything was sort of loose, and lights were sort of like not. What's happened with the light area and all that kind of stuff is the plastic deteriorates over here quite fast for some reason. There's certain plastic, certain rubber deteriorates in the weather over here quite fast. So bolts or whatever snapped off of the plastic. So I've just tied those in with cable ties, and also not tie wire, it's fencing wire where it doesn't rust. So I've got those tying all that together in the front. I also hooked up the winch. Winch works fine. I've already used it to pull myself out on the property. I had a massive coconut stump underneath the tractor. I mean, not the tractor, the truck. So I had to pull myself out with a winch. That was a mission and a half. It was a bit of fun. Did that. So the winch is going on the truck. So yeah, that's great. All the lights are working perfectly now. I had to take one spotty off, so that wasn't working. So the other spotty's working now on the high beam. what else is there, man? There's a lot has happened, like, and the struggles that we go through with fencing showing up over here. So I pay for fencing from Jones. It cost me $299 for a roll of 50-meter pig fencing, right? And it's just it's not great stuff, but it's a roll of wire, fencing wire. It gets over here, right, and it's all rusted. I could not believe they gave me that. So I paid $10 a roll to get it on the boat. So 10 rolls, $100 to get it over here. And then I rang them up, told them, mate, I'll put this up 6 months, this fence will be gone, rusted away. I can't. It's not worth me putting this fence up. I want to send it back. Have you got new wire? Yes, we got new stock. So they want to replace it. Ring the lady at the wharf over there. Her name's Innie. Thanks, Innie, for keeping me updated with everything. And she said that there hasn't been a replacement. They've taken the one, they want to replace it. So I had to get hold of my cousin, BA, and Janice. They went and followed it up. They had no stock, new stock. So they went to PTH, just another hardware store. It was like $100 extra for $200. No, $100 extra just for one roll. So I wasn't willing to buy that, and they found some other rolls. They found 9 rolls for $280 a roll. So got it for cheaper. I let Biang and Janice have the rest of the money. I mean, they're running around and make sure that they fill up their petrol because they run around all day trying to find a drill for me. Goggles, 2 pairs of goggles, and fencing. So they're running around. It took them a whole day to get all that organized and sent over for me. So thanks to Janice and BA getting me that, and brand new wire. So brand new wire. I'm gonna use the barbed wire from the what do you call it? Barbed wire from the fence that already was there. So I'm gonna take that off and put that on the top layers of that fence. But yeah, it's gonna take a long time for us, and also we've got to clean up the vanilla that's already there. We tried to clean up Maker Massa's vanilla on that side. We started sort of just trying to get into the entrance of it. There's so much wire, so much poles, and so much grass that it's like you're hitting wire with a whippersnipper, the blades, and it's a mission. Like, you got to get in there physically and pull out all this wire with a machete, pull out all the wire, move all the poles, and it's sort of like whippersnipper a bit, machete a bit. And so what we've decided, that we'll do slowly in time, but we'll get mum's cleared up and dad's cleared up first, that because it's the most easiest, because while it's still a little bit easier to maintain, we'll cut that through first, and then we'll slowly move over to the other stuff, because it's gonna take a long time for us to get over there. There's vanilla all the way through the grass and all that kind of stuff, and without destroying the vanilla, it's nearly impossible to get all those weeds out. So I don't know, it's you feel like you just want to bulldoze it all out and start all over again. But yeah, it's a hard one with that, because it's going to take 6 months, 1 year, whatever it is, to be able to get it back to plant figures in there and get the vanilla growing on that and all that kind of stuff. It's maybe over more than a year. We'll see, because we got working on the house. I want to also do the roofing. After doing the roofing, I had to put a ceiling on the roof, because there's no ceiling at the moment, and I want to fully seal that up. So we've got to do that. And gyprock, no one uses gyprock over here. It's just because if there is any water leaks, it'll go through the gyprock, and because it rains and windy so much over here, and especially with cyclones and whatnot, they use this other not a plywood, but it's sort of like a paper timber kind of sheet, and possibly we'll be using that, if not plywood. So we'll see how we go there, with pricing wise of that. Not that we're rich or anything, but we're just, whatever money we've got left over, we're trying to utilize the best way possible. We don't know if we can fence the whole place, that'll be great, so we can start putting animals on and then earn an income from there, and also utilizing the pigs to tear up veggie patches or whatever, so we can actually start growing on that as well, instead of using tractors and whatnot. So it's, yeah, just utilizing our money that we have, and it's not much. So what we can so far, do what we can with what we have is, yeah, it's going to be a struggle, but yeah, hopefully if I can get the chickens right first, hopefully they'll be able to, they're probably going to be the first income coming sooner than later, if I can get that sorted first, and then the rest is maybe put tomatoes. And there's no veggies over here. If there's veggies over here, there's nothing consistent. So if there's carrots, there's heaps of carrots, and then all of a sudden months without anything. Or cucumbers, there's heaps of cucumbers. So like everyone just plants them all in one hit, and nothing's just rotation, no rotation on anything. So if you had a rotation of tomatoes over here, just keep them going, and just keep rotating these tomatoes, there's an income all year round. So hopefully I can do something like that, just as a quick sort of like daily income. If I can get some tomatoes up and going, I think that's the easiest vegetable crop there is to do over here, is tomatoes. And everyone buys them, of course. But yeah, things are getting more expensive over here as well. So anyway, it's been 22 minutes and a half nearly, so I better leave you guys with that, and hopefully you guys have got a bit of an idea what we're doing over here, and that's a good explanation. So, well, hopefully it's a good explanation, good enough for you guys anyway. I'll leave you with that, and God bless you all, and yeah, I'll check this on YouTube. Oh yeah, like and subscribe, please, people. If you can do that, that'll be great. Just help the channel. It's not a big channel, nothing fancy or anything like that. It's just whatever on my phone or on my other camera, whatever I put on there. I don't know any video editing systems or anything like that, so I don't use any of that. I just, whatever, it's real. Whatever I take right then and there, I'm gonna upload it. There's no cutting in and out. So yeah, if anyone can help me out in that area, yeah, just let me know what program or what to use, because I'm not that clued up in that area. So anyway, all right guys, like and subscribe, the thumbs up, right? And yeah, God bless you all. Bye for now.